Hello, everybody. Thank you for checking out North Center Stage. I am Adam McDowell, and I'm here to highlight all the best businesses in North Center and Roscoe Village so you know where you should shop, where you should spend some time, where you should go get some food, things you can do in the great neighborhood of North Center and Roscoe Village. I recently had the opportunity to sit down with Chelsea Branch and Stefany Cotton from The Rooted Space. It's a great business that started up. They actually opened their doors mid-pandemic, which might not sound like the best idea for a dance studio, but check out their story, hear what they have to say. It's a really great addition to our community, and I'm happy to have them here. Let's take a look. I guess, what's the short synopsis of who you are, what you do?
We are a dance studio that does kids, adults, classes, and rehearsals. We also, I would say, can add to our list. We now produce shows pretty regularly for our renters in our community. Mm-hmm. And more recently, we've gotten into a lot of event rentals like weddings and baby showers and just like special events, whether that's learning a certain skill or kind of whatever our community wants to offer.
Nice.
I think that's the shortest way to put it together.
Yeah. So the Rooted Space really is, the space is kind of the star of that.
Yeah. And we actually started as a community and we didn't know what we wanted to be. And so this was pre-pandemic, pre anyone knowing anything about COVID. And we started about a year before COVID as meeting at coffee shops and having coffee conversations and meeting with the arts community that we personally knew. And we were asking the questions of what does our community need right now? We are both professional dancers in the city, and we knew that there were these cliques of artists and it was hard to mix them. And like some people pass through certain cliques, but in general, we just weren't very connected. And so we were kind of asking our different cliques of friends, like, how do we fix this? Because we would all benefit if we work together and it's just not happening. So how can we fix this culture we've created or become a part of, or how do we disable these structures? And so after COVID, it actually jostled some situations where we happened upon a space that was already kind of built in a very beginner ballet way. And so we got to kind of take it and move it in a different direction. So the Rooted Space started in this digital virtual world and then became a physical space during COVID, which is kind of crazy to think about.
It's so cool. We've had so many, the class I was just teaching was our absolute beginner ballet class. And we've had so many, 40, 50, 60, 70-year-olds that are like, this is every Tuesday or every Sunday, they are here for ballet class. They show up, they like are in their ballet shoes every time. I never wear my ballet shoes. Like they are living for these ballet classes, and it's like a brand new hobby. And we have one student who's younger, who started in the pandemic. She was just watching YouTube videos taking ballet. Oh, wow. And now she's like moved up through 2 levels of our ballet classes because she's just like loves it now. And she's here a couple times a week. And it's just really cool that people are finding a love of dance in their life that they never have before, and that we get to witness it. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible. And I love, like you said, that age range goes all the way up into their 70s. It's not, there's no like one type of clientele for you guys. It's everybody, all ages. What other either specific classes or ballpark classes are you guys teaching?
We have a little bit of everything. So ballet, I would say, is like our all level. We have absolute beginner to all the way professional for ballet classes. We have a couple contemporary classes and a couple new contemporary modern floor work workshop classes that are really geared toward professional dancers. We have tap classes starting at beginner. We have, I feel like we have like so many things that, did I miss anything? We have fitness classes. So we do a booty bar fitness class, which is like an all, it sounds like it's just your booty, but it's like an all body workout session. We do mat Pilates, that is killer. So we do a little bit of everything for our adults. And then for our kiddos, we do, starting at 2 years old, ballet and tap classes. We've got a kids jazz class, a kids hip hop class, and a couple of teen ballet and contemporary classes too. So we're just everything and anything. We're getting it, or we're thinking of how to get it.
Guys are coming in, taught like other skill classes, what's the bizarrest thing? Like, what's the thing you never thought someone could teach a class on, or you never thought would be taught in a space?
We have a roller skating class.
Oh, that's not where I was going to go, but that is yeah.
We have
I
a
love
roller
that too, though.
We have somebody who rents for a roller skating class,
Wow.
and they pack it. It's like the coolest thing. Energy is unreal. And they all come in their rollers, not the blades, roller skate. And they, in our new studio, they skate over there on Saturday afternoons. Yeah. What were you going to say?
Yeah, Chelsea, what were you going to say?
I was going to say something that I think is really cool, but like I had never even heard of, was the cuddle events that someone rents for. And he's been renting here for, like, he said like a decade, right?
Yeah.
So when it was like a ballet studio, she rented to very few people, but this was a relationship that she had that luckily we could keep going. And he rents the space for cuddling. I'm just like, what? Like, how do you make our space this like soft idea of what I think a cuddle space is going to be, but also like this safe that people, this group of people have come to for a decade to meet and cuddle. I'm just like, dang, like that's cool.
Where do you see the Rooted space being 5 and 10 years down the line? Like, what do you want to add? What do you want to keep producing?
I think we want eventually, I think we want more studio spaces and a common community space, like whatever that eventually ends up becoming. Whether, you know, Stefany and I have brainstormed about a coffee shop so that artists can really have a space to collaborate before these, you know, they can collaborate and meet for coffee and then go to these separate rehearsals. And it's kind of a hustling, bustling, whatever the community kind of needs place. And right now we're in a building where that just isn't possible unless we buy the whole building one day, you know, but as of right now, that's where we're at. So I think expansion so that we can provide all the things people want and that there's always space for people. And then on the same page, like classes for every type of person. Until we get our classes full again, you know, until we get our classes full and COVID feels safer, I don't think that we can build out our schedule in the way that we wanted to. Because another piece that Stefany and I feel really strongly is that we want to make sure we don't pack our schedule so much that no one shows up to classes and that teachers don't get paid. And so it's important to us to keep our artists respected, I guess, more than anything else. And so we want to build out that schedule, but we have to wait until there's people taking class again and they feel safe everywhere, every type of person, you know?
Yeah, I think we just want to keep growing. I mean, we started with one space, we now have a second, and like Chelsea said, this like coffee shop or this bar or whatever it is, and I'd love to have some sort of performance space too, so that you can, I love the idea of, this is a weird formation. I don't know how this is going to look on the stage. No one's in there. Let's run next door and try it out on the stage. That I feel like does not exist anywhere. And so I would love for that too, that it's almost like meet at our coffee shop, meet your collaborators, brainstorm, build your ideas, go to the studio, workshop, get it all together, perform it. And it's all in this one space of just like artists and community and dancers and performers and musicians, and everybody just has a place here. It's just its own little hub.
We got to cover, how did you two meet? How did you form this relationship that you became best friends, you became co-workers, and now you are co-owners of a business?
Yeah, we met in a show. We met in one of these sort of variety shows that you're talking about. And we were in only one piece, I think, together.
It's true.
Yeah.
I think what fused us was our life events, because I was getting married and I don't like planning weddings or doing anything. And Stefany insisted, even though I just met her, to help me with it because she thought I was going down a horrible path planning my wedding. And so she just inserted herself right in there. And then Stefany had a bad breakup right before the show. And you've been backstage at shows and you know how like cathartic that can be, right? And so I think we all gave you a lot of support, Stefany, I would say. You know, you broke with them and directly before. Right. I think that was a good show for
songs
us.
Like that can't be broken.
Is there anything more about the Rooted space that I should know before we start wrapping this up?
I think just yes, the art. Can you turn this so you can
Oh,
see the art
yes.
gallery?
We have a gallery in here.
Yes, and we would love
Yes.
to get to know artists if you know any artists. And
Okay.
it's a rotating gallery, so every like 3 to 4 months, depending on how it works out with people being able to hang, we like to rotate that art. And I think all of our artists have had something purchased while it's hanging there, so it's a great place for people. And I know someone is going to commission that artist to do something for them, so it's a great place for the artist to just get to know like a whole new audience. So that's something to highlight, just because we are looking for new artists all the time.
Thank you all for watching. Be sure to check out the full interview at pathtohomechicago.com and parkbench.com/North Center. You can also learn more about The Rooted Space on social media at The Rooted Space and their website, therootedspace.com. Hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when I upload new videos, new business features, and new tips and tricks about real estate in Chicago. I'm Adam McDowell, your Path to Home. Thank you all for watching.